Hi, guys. So, a couple things I want to talk about when you are calling your leads. The new updates that are coming to phones are sending you to voicemail. So, iPhone and Android, on these new updates that they have and the new operating systems that they have, they will send you to voicemail. So, if you call your lead, right, you call them and you go directly to voicemail, that is most likely because they have silence unknown callers, which send you directly to voicemail. So there's a couple things that you could do to fix this. And one is you call again. That will try to go through and ring their phone. You'll actually get a ringtone. So just by trying to call again, the same number, you might get a hold of them. It might ring. Two, you try an actual phone that is through AT&T or T-Mobile, like that is not an actual business phone, right? If you're using a business phone or a business line, it's most likely going to show up spam likely until you're verified and you've been using it for a while. And so you're going to go to voicemail. There's nothing you could do about it. People are tired of the robocallers and the spam callers and the scammers out there. And so you're going to go to voicemail and you could potentially lose that lead because of that. The other thing is texting them saying, hey, this is blah, blah, blah before you call. I try to do this with automations of a text message going out. Hey, this is Zach from X and X company. However, this doesn't always work, right? It might not work. It might not. They still might not pick up, right? So what I suggest doing if you are trying to get a hold of a lead is you call again using the business line. If you can't get a hold of them, you call using a regular phone with T-Mobile, AT&T, whatever. That is just like a paid line, your personal cell. And then also you need to follow up with your customers. So you can't just call them once or twice. You got to call them 15 minutes later or an hour later. You need to do a follow-up call and not give up on that lead. They might be busy. So you can't just call once, hit voicemail, never talk to them again. And send, like, if you just call them once, send, and then you go to voicemail, you text them, you never hear back from them again, that's bad sales. It's not good sales practice. You need to follow up with the customer, at least call them 2 or 3 more times, right? Just to see if you can get a hold with them. They filled out your form. They submitted their information. They're interested in your service. You're not being annoying. You are just being a company, a business that's following up with a lead. So don't give up. I mean, you can see it right here. These spam calls, how to send spam calls directly to voicemail on Android. The new iOS 18 update will automatically do this now. And now this feature is, you could easily just send people to voicemail with a single tap. So a lot of these things are creating friction for businesses to call the lead and get a hold of them. And so you have to go above and beyond and call them and, text them and follow up with them and do these things because if you want to be a successful business. So just want to let you know, you have to do these things. You have to follow up. You have to call twice. You got to do specific things. And if you don't like this method, you don't want to do this, then you have to have an easy way for the customer to automatically book their call with you. And then they get reminders and then they set an expected time. So it makes it easier for them. So I just wanted to put this information out there just because I know a lot of people will say, hey, well, these leads are going to voicemail or they're going to directly, they're not answering the call or whatever, right? You have to do follow up. You have to double call them. You have to text them. You got to do all these things. So just wanted to send that out there. Thank you and goodbye.